Going live now. Hello, guys, and welcome back to another AMA session with Biconomy Exchange. Today, we'll be joined by one of our newly listed coins. But before we introduce them, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Nathaniel, and I'll be your host for today. And just a quick reminder, guys, that you can check out any of the previous AMA sessions on our YouTube channel and subscribe to keep up to date with all of the new. Keep up to date with news about our exchange and any of the other content that we produce. Our aim with this platform is to provide you with information about projects, our exchange, and just to give you value to your Biconomy crypto journey. But this does not mean by any means we are providing you with financial advice, so please do your research before investing in any of the tokens listed and before you use any of the trading functions that our platform provides. So let's get into this. Today we'll be joined by Sukesh representing Tlos. Hello Sukesh, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Nathaniel. Really glad to be here.
Brilliant. So to start off with, would you like to introduce yourself and give us a background of how you came into the crypto industry and to the position at Telos?
Yeah, sure. So, well, I come from a tech background. I have a master's in telecommunications. So, I've been in the tech space for the last 8 years, specifically related to blockchain. I started my journey in 2017. I was one of the founding members of Swedish Blockchain Association. And over the last couple of years, I've been part of like multiple blockchain projects. And in 2018, I joined with a couple of other members in the Telos ecosystem, and we started like the Telos blockchain network in late 2018. And over the last 1 year, I've been mainly working as the liquidity and exchanges director at Telos, mainly working with all the activities related to liquidity and exchanges.
Ah, interesting. So you're a very busy guy then, yeah?
I try to be at least.
So you've just touched on a little bit about your position there, but could you give us an explanation of your position and the role inside the project?
Yeah, so in my position, so what we usually do is like we work with all the exchange partners, like Biconomy, for instance, uh, try to get Telos into newer ecosystems, newer applications, newer wallets, exchanges, and also to attract other projects, other DeFi projects and applications to build on top of Telos as well. But our aim and goal and mission is to get more liquidity, get more, grow the ecosystem together with our partners.
And could you, touching up on that, would you be able to present the project itself and what the platform actually provides to its users?
Yeah, sure. So Telos is like a layer one blockchain network. So we started back in 2018. So since the launch in 2018, we've been mainly focusing on building the technology and the governance layer in the Web3 space. So we are proud to say that we are one of the pioneers in this space because over the last 3.5 years, we haven't like had any downtimes, or we went through like all the cycles of usage. Like we had it, I think over a course of 6 months or 8 months, we were doing like 20 plus million transactions every single day without any downtime. So we are robust and we are tested, battle tested. And we recently launched an EVM as well, so which supports Solidity based applications for developers to build on top of Telos. So yeah, so Telos comes with some unique features, right? So it's fast, it's scalable, and it has low gas fees. It's also energy friendly as well. And in addition to that, in our latest announcement with the EVM, we actually eliminate the issues, one of the biggest issues in the DeFi space, which is like MEV. So yeah, we eliminate that issue as well. So yeah, we mainly focusing on the innovation and the technology advancement in Web3.
So you've kind of talked about you've actually spoke about some of the question I was about to ask. So the what are the advantages of using Telos over other platforms that provide smart contracts?
As I mentioned, like we offer, Telos is one of the only blockchains that's there which offers like support for both C++ smart contracts, but also based on Solidity. And in comparison with other protocols out there, so Telos can already do like 10,000 plus transactions per second, which was proven over the last couple of years. And in addition to the lowest gas fees that's out there, we and the faster transaction output. So it's pretty much instantaneous. We have half a second block time. So which means by the time you click the button and you realize like the transaction is going through, it's processed and validated and everything. So it's pretty instantaneous. And in addition to that, one of the most important things is that we've been live and battle tested for more than 3.5 years, unlike other projects which can go down. I don't want to mention the names now, but yeah,
Yeah.
they went down like a couple of times over the last 1 year. So yeah, we never went down even when we are doing like millions of transactions per second.
So earlier you spoke a little bit about you guys are focused on innovations for the to Telos. So could you describe the developments that you guys have planned for the infrastructure of Telos, the ecosystem, and the token itself?
Sure. So we've been working with the ecosystem, well, building ecosystem from ground up, right? We when we launched, we did a failed launch. We didn't have any ICO or any investors when we launched in 2018. So since then, we've been working with the community and trying to build it up. So when we launched, we were 160 people, and now we have more than a million plus accounts on our blockchain over the last 3.5 years. So it's purely organic. We haven't like had any funding or capital to even do some activities as well. So uh, now our focus mainly is to ensure that we have good developer resources. Now that we have the best technology out there, we need to ensure that it's usable. And our goal for the next couple of months and years to follow is to ensure that we build toolset to onboard the developers easily into the ecosystem, and also provide services which makes the end users doesn't really feel like the blockchain experience, but actually enjoy using like the applications and take benefit of the Web3.
Okay, so what do you think this will provide to the industry and to your potential investors?
I think in general to like the crypto industry, so there are like a lot of challenges today, right? So in terms of user experience, and also like onboarding the next billion users into like the crypto space, so which is going to be super challenging, and you need to have really good user experience and good scalable technology to support that. And with our technology, with our innovations that we are building, I think we are confident that we will be there to support the next generation of blockchain growth.
Yeah. So what is the overall aim for Telos is for Telos as a company?
Um, our main aim is to build the services and build the protocol in a decentralized way and ensure every single decision that's being taken is done in a transparent way. And from day one, we've been working like that for the community, by the community. So uh, I think that goes with our ethos as well. And for us, our mission is to build the best technology out there, provide the best tool set out there, and yeah, work with our partners to grow the ecosystem together. Yeah, so that's our mission, I'd say.
So we've spoke about Telos's goals. We spoke about Telos's infrastructure across the board, the developments that you guys are making, and what the platform provides. But what are your personal aspirations for the project?
My personal aspirations, well, when I first started with crypto and blockchain, right? So one of the really important things that kind of influenced me was like the accessibility that it provides to people in underprivileged countries, and the opportunities that it offers them with just downloading an application, making them accessible to the global financial infrastructure. Pretty much you can work with anyone from anywhere in the world with paying them in cryptocurrencies as well. So it opens up tons of new opportunities and possibilities today. So um, uh, I think that kind of motivates me personally, and also like for from a Telos perspective, I think uh, you need to like to onboard the next generation of blockchain ecosystem, we need to have really good, reliable technology that can scale and support instantaneous transactions. And I think like we what we are doing and our vision with the technology and innovations, I think it definitely aligns with that vision. So I would say that, yeah.
And what do you would we end this we always conclude our AMA sessions with what do you wish for the community of the community of Telos and for the community of Biconomy Exchange now you guys are listed with us.
Um, well, I think, as I say, like every single time to all my friends, so one of the really good things about blockchain and crypto ecosystem is that you work with partners and grow together, right? So now that we have partnered and like now Telos is on Biconomy, like both of the communities can work together and try to grow the whole blockchain ecosystem as a whole. And in addition to that, like in order to bring this technology to the masses, we need more partnerships. We need more community members to spread the word out there. So I encourage every single person that's watching to this live stream to go out, tell your friends about the technology, get them involved, make them one of the first crypto pioneers in the space. Over the next 10 years, I think it's going to be crypto native and it's going to be awesome. So yeah, you are the first ones to tell them. So do that.
No, I'm very happy for that. But that's all we have time for the questions from us. But now it's time to go to the live chat to see what the community are asking for you guys. So forgive me if I cannot pronounce the names right. Obviously sometimes the Twitter names are a little bit confusing. So the first question is from Leona Bianca. She stated that security is always a concern. So what partners do you have to improve for the security for your investors?
So I think that's a really good question. So when we are working with our technology development, so one of the key things that we focus on is the security aspect. And when it comes to the security and things that we did with our security audits and everything, we actually identified one of the biggest consensus issues in the traditional get EVM code base, basically. So which basically runs Ethereum. So Polygon, and then you have Binance Smart Chain. So all of them uses the same code base, right? So when we were building our EVM, when we were auditing our EVM, we actually identified this issue in the traditional software because we built completely ground up. We haven't took the other code and just started a chain. We actually did the technology, build the technology, understood the problems in the ecosystem, and try to avoid them in the design. So yeah, the security has always been one of our top focus. So every single application that's coming out of our Telos code developers team goes through a security audit process as well.
So hopefully, Leona, that answers your question there. So we have another question from Noah12123. Do you guys have a burn or buyback system with your token?
We don't have one today. Like the way our tokenomics is designed today for the last 2 years, we didn't have any inflation, so that kind of compensates for like the burn and buyback programs and stuff. Because if you look at like any other protocols out there, every single protocol has like 20%, 40% inflation, which is basically yeah, decreasing your value of the tokens or assets that you hold. But when you look at like the Telos tokenomics, the total supply is constant for the last 2 years, and it's going to be the same for the next 2 years. And if the ecosystem grows quickly and starts generating more revenue through gas fees, then this could like sustain over the longer period of times as well. So I think that's one of the unique things about Telos. Like people need to really understand that Telos is not inflationary at this point in time, and for the foreseeable future as well.
So could you go into a little bit more depth about the? I think it would be important for the community to know about the actual tokenomics of the TLOS token.
Yeah, sure. So you can definitely find this all information that I'm saying on our website. But basically, so when we did the launch back in 2018, so we took a snapshot of EOS token holders at that time back in June 2018, and then we capped every account at 40,000 Telos max, and which kind of created like around 340 million or 350 million tokens initially. So after the time of launch, after 1 year, we had a rule like whoever doesn't do any action or claim their tokens, all those tokens goes into like our reserve pool, which has been activated at the end of 1 year. And since then, all the network expenses were covered using that reserve pool. And we expect that like for the next 2 years, we will still be using that reserve pool. We were paying like staking rewards, we were paying for grant applications, we were paying for the validators, and we are paying for the operational cost of the Telos Foundation, Telos core developers. So everything is being covered from that reserve pool right now. And yeah, and we expect like uh, yeah, since that point in time, as the tokens were already there, so the inflation is completely set to zero at the time. So yeah, that was one of the unique things that happened. And yeah, as uh, and also one of the things that I have to highlight about our token is like it's a utility token, right? So you use it to pay the gas fees, or you use it to vote for governance proposals on the chain. So that's one of the unique things as well. So you can find all this information on our website. Go to telos.net/telos/tokenomics, and you will find all the information there.
That information will be in the description of the live post also. So
Yeah.
Noah, hopefully that answers your question. The next question is from a guy from actually I don't know if it's a guy from from someone called Crypto Alif One. Could you talk us through some of the recent partnerships that you guys have formed?
Sure. So over the last couple of months, we've been doing a lot of partnership announcements because of our grants program, Telos Ignite, as well. So one of the partnerships that we did with the prominent DeFi protocol was with ApeSwap during June, and we've been really excited about that partnership because they kind of align with our ethos and the team and everyone that's building the technology there, really trying to solve really some of the important problems in the DeFi space today to offer sustainable liquidity and everything. So over the next couple of months, we will be doing a lot of cool things with launching incentive programs and more DeFi applications, more wallets, more service providers would be joining the ecosystem. So definitely stay tuned. Follow us on all our socials. Make sure to get all the updates first in the line. So do that.
Make sure you guys do that. And for the last question, we have one from Tekma. What is your strategy to attract more users to the platform?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. So for us right now, it's all about improving user experience and then also working with our partners and grant programs and incentive programs to attract newer applications, newer developers to build on top of our technology because we believe we offer one of the best technologies out there. It's just like we need to build that ecosystem, work with our partners like yourself to get the word out there about Telos and get more exposure and start yeah, having these new applications really highlight the features and the speed and the technology benefits of Telos as well. So that's the way we're gonna like try to grow the ecosystem together.
And hopefully, listening on our platform will also add value to that marketing strategy.
Definitely.
Um, but that's guys, that's all we have time for today. I'd like to say thank you to Sukesh and to Telos team for joining us with this AMA session, and to the guys that have joined in and watched with this AMA session. Like I said, guys, subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with all of the new updates to our exchange, to the new AMA sessions in the future. But yeah, thank you guys and thank you Telos for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks, guys. Bye.